Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. I'm Agent Capola, live here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's the Hankster Motorsports 110. Just about to go to qualifying. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. Glad you are all here. We have a packed house so far, right around 20 drivers in the session. But we also want to hear from you. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're on Facebook. We just got our Facebook stuff back up and running. As a lot of you know, Facebook took a little nap last week, and a lot of things are still recovering from it. But we are live over on the Facebook All-Star 15 TV page, our YouTube All-Star 15 TV page. But thank you to our sponsors. The Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, new episodes every Thursday. They're talking about the Hunger Games Catching Fire movie. Falcon Grafix, use code AllStar15TV to save $5 off your first order on a vehicle wrap. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast, they just finished WrestleMania 3. They reviewed it. They talked about current events in the WWE. The Often Turn 1 podcast, Joe Hutchins and Gary Wells do a fantastic job breaking down all the current events in motorsports today. And gonna try to get that logo right there going. See if I can get it going. It was working, but that is the Hankster Motorsports logo. But what's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Qualifying has just started. This is going to be a fun race. I was in the session last night for the practice, and they had a little bit of a different setup. Now I am very curious to see that temperatures are a little bit easier to manage. Which driver is going to come out strong? Brandon Griffiths on the racetrack through 1 and 2. Flying down the back straightaway for the first time. I see a lot of drivers use that middle to high lane. Really need to protect those Goodyear Eagles. They're going to start with 1 set on the car. They have 3 in the pit waiting for them. Michael Steele goes P1 with a 30.61. Joshua Yandow right there. Great lap for him. Taylor Watson, good for P3. See what we're going to hear from James Shanewolf. Crossing the start-finish line. That'll jump to... Oh, it looked like he might have popped the wall. Michael Steele then jumps back up to P1. Joe Darnell through 3 and 4 for the final time. Good looking car. Like the body armor cars. P2 for the 12. Baron Elam in the number 44. Out of turn 4. Oh, I thought he was going to kill the wall. And survey says to P5. Chris Darkwood going past our finish line. That'll move him to 12th. Michael Sheely. Good for 13th. Joshua Yandow, currently your pole-sitting driver. See what Darkwood can do. Out of 4, use that high side. And he does not improve. Brad Stefane. First lap through 3 and 4. Thanks, Jake, for liking the stream. Appreciate you guys always tuning in. And Stefane, after his first lap, no time. Don't know if it's slow or he might have kissed the wall somewhere. Evanson through 3 and 4 on their first lap. 11 doesn't put up a time, but Stefane goes 7th. Ryan Fry getting the green flag here. We'll be able to at least get 1 lap in. Gonna have to make it count. Everson here through 3 and 4. Gonna clip the wall out of 4. I don't think this lap is gonna count. And it did not. Ryan Fry, his first lap. We got like a no time. And what's very unfortunate, Joshua Yandow, if he gets the pole, he's still going to have to get an EOL to start the race. Fry goes to 10th on the board. And it looks like they may be going to 10 minutes. Paul Irvin. It looks like we're getting some fuel numbers to 34. So I'd probably say from either between 30 to 40 laps, with the stage is at 30. Paul Irvin stopping on the back straightaway. No cars on the track right now. Looks like he's just going to reset. See the 48 getting up to speed. He's going to have one lap. Or should have one lap. What's going on, Gary? Thanks for being in the chat tonight. Always good to see your name there. Ooh, ripping that high lane through 1 and 2. Oh, Matt Cochran just getting on the racetrack to put it down a qualifying lap. Yes, stage is at lap 30. Matt Cochran gets the green flag. Down the back straightaway, you see that 4. We're going to jump on board. Up to that 5th gear. Using the apron. Cochran good for 17th right now. Very good looking Toyota Camry. Love the hammerhead design on the front. And back to the start finish line. Does he improve from 17th? He does. He's going to go 14th on the board. Well, that is everybody to qualify. Let's see if we can get a word with our pole sitter, even though he's going to start the race with an EOL. Hey, Josh.
What?
You're gonna start the race with an EOL, but you're gonna get the pole tonight. How the hell did you do that?
I don't know. Just drove.
How'd the car feel? I know there wasn't anybody out there really to get a draft from or anything like that, but how's the #1 Ford Mustang driving?
Feels great. Awesome. I mean, can ask for a better car, to be honest with you.
I know you guys practiced a lot the last couple days, so there's been a lot of track time for you here at Las Vegas. How do you feel trying to come through the field tonight?
I mean, that's definitely going to be difficult because tonight's definitely going to be a tires race. So, because if you're on that bottom, you're just going to chew them up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, dude,
So,
good luck. Definitely going to be looking out for you, especially since when they handed out the EOL, we're just going to see that #1 drop.
hey, man, price you got to pay.
Yeah, well.
Got a bonus point, though, so
good
let's
job on the
start.
pole. Proud of you, dude.
Thank you.
Bring the car home clean.
I'll do my best.
All right. See you later, Josh.
See ya.
All right, with just about gridding time, let's go over the starting lineup from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's the Hanksters Motorsports, or Hanksters Motorsports 110. Here it is. On your front row, Joshua Yandow, James Shanewolf. Row 2, Joe Darnell and TJ Barnier. Row 3, we have Farron Elam and Michael Steele. Bradley Stefan and TJ Hanley, your row number 4. And rounding out the top 10, you have Jeffrey Goodpaster and Ryan Fry. Now, everybody in the chat, we want to hear from you on the channel. Who you rooting for? Who you pulling for? We got 110 laps to really make that decision, but, you know, hey, it's good they make it before the race, before the chaos starts. But thank you, everybody who has hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. It's been a very stressful week on the channel trying to get YouTube back up and running, but hey, they figured it out. And all I had to do is complain. All right. There is your vehicle list of the evening. 3 Chevys within the top 10. 1 Toyota. And the rest Fords. 6 Fords. Pretty wild. Just waiting for a couple people to grid. It looks like we're waiting for Taylor Watson to hit the grid. But check out all our sponsors. I know we have the Hanksters Motorsports link in the description. Give you a quick read on that one. For all your power sports needs in southeast Wisconsin, they sell and service Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Arctic Cat. Very nice. Wish they were closer. No, it looks like Taylor's going to be starting from pit road. Missed the start here. Should be issuing the EOL any moment now to that number 1. That's going to move that whole inside lane up 1 position. Theoretically giving the pole to Joe Darnell. And the reason why Joshua Yandow is getting the EOL is for the accident, not the accident, for the lane change at Daytona right before the first stage. They didn't catch that until after the race, so instead of assessing it during the race, they're assessing it now. And there he goes. And we are about to go green. Gonna be interesting, people. 110 laps. This is gonna be fun. It looks like they held the green flag a lap just so they can make sure everybody is in line. Yeah, since we have a good 30 seconds, we'll say hi to the podcast.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right. About to get going here. Ford Mustang iRacing pace car. Going to take that left-handed turn down pit road. And there it goes. Barney the Flagman's got 19 cars to throw the green flag, and we are a go. The Hanksters Motorsports 110 is underway from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Early on, we are side by side, but what a launch for Joe Darnell. That's almost going to bring the 44 of Farron Elam and the 89 of Stefan right towards the front, too, as that outside lane of Sherwolf is falling back. We're going to keep watching that because they are 2, almost 3 wide. TJ Barnier on the outside of the 33 of Jeffrey Goodpaster. Goodpaster, it looks like everybody's trying to move towards that middle to outside lane. Trying to protect those Goodyear Eagles. You see the 08 of TJ Hanley. He's looking for a better race than last week. He got penalized to be the last car on the lead lap for a pass under the double yellow line. But he's trying to move up further. You can see this, they're almost going 3 wide. A lot of neon colors. It's so cool. I get it, Neon Garage. There's the sponsor of today's race. Let's make it a tiny bit smaller. Centered a little bit. Their image doesn't want to work in it. Streamlabs, I'll make it work on the screen. Biggest mover of the race so far is that Brad Stefan from 7th to 3rd, +4, and all 4 of these drivers are basically under a blanket. Shea Wolf is trying to get some of the positions back. He's -2 right now. TJ's -1. He's currently fighting with Jeffrey Goodpaster with a nice run on the inside of the 8. Fastest lap of the race on the board goes to Brandon Griffiths, 14th place. Looks like we got a nice battle for the lead brewing. Could be 3 wide coming out. Stefan with a hell of a 1 and 2. Goodpaster with a good run out of 4. He's looking to get to the outside of Elam. Not going to have it there into 1. Have a nice run down the back straightaway. There it is. That was a great setup out of 4 through the front stretch, and Goodpaster is moving. +5 right now. TJ Hanley's wanting some of this. Oh, he's going to go up in the wall. Looked like the car just broke. Watch this. Oh, that's not him. Watch this. He's going to get in, and it just darts right. Oh, like a tire went down, but it doesn't happen. That drops him all the way back to 11th after making great progress up into that top 5 from starting in 8th. Got the 81 of Chris Darkwood and Brandon Griffiths. Our pole sitter Joshua Yandow's trying to bounce back. Currently sitting in 16th. In 11 laps, he's made up 4 positions. Has a lot of work to do, but Stefan with a very short lead over Joe Darnell. Shea Wolf and Goodpast are battling up here. That's for 3rd place. Ours almost look identical. You see the 8 car, TJ Barnier. He's starting to still go backwards, or starting to go backwards. Had a good first couple laps, but there goes Adam Capps. Paul Irvin right behind him. And in the black and green car, you have today's sponsor, Matt Erickson. Or not Matt Erickson. Who got me the info for the sponsor. Today's sponsor actually came from Brad Stefan. He works for Hankster Motorsports. Glad to see them help out the league. Got their links down in the description, both on Facebook and YouTube. As Paul Irvin is now getting by TJ Barnier. Apparently Stefan is holding his own, keeping Joe Darnell about 2/10 back. Sorry about the car logos. I thought I switched it over. Trying to find some nice battles. Erickson trying to get a good run out of 2 here. You can see how much he's out of the gas through 3 and 4. That has a lot to do with not wanting to run Irvin over. You want the car to set. You want to save some tires. And you're going to try to make it to that lap 30 stage caution. Right now, he's in the good, but Brandon Griffith's right behind him. You can see the gap right there. Hi, Marcy. Thank you for always tuning in. Hope you are doing well this week, as Farron Elam's now starting to fall backwards. He had a hell of a charge to the front and might have used up those Goodyear Eagles, as here goes Jeffrey Goodpast around the outside. That also now moves Michael Steele into that 3rd place. Shea Wolf in 2nd. Stefan still your race leader, but we gotta fall back here and watch this battle as Elam really wants that position back. Everybody's cutting that little bit of grass through the beginning part of the trioval. Passing TJ is like passing Ryan Newman. Yes, and it's not just in iRacing. A good battle right here. 33 and 44. Woo! Gotta be careful. You run out of real estate coming out of these turns very fast. Believe me, I've been ready for bed all day, especially tonight. Gotta be at work at 4:30 tomorrow morning. A great battle between the two, but we're gonna move back up because we have a battle for the lead. Stefan being challenged by the 22 of James Shamewolf. It's also going to allow Michael Steele to catch up back into this 3-car train. Oh, Steele's going to hit the wall. Very easy to knock out a toe. It's like he didn't lose time at all. Just popped the wall. That 22 is gone right now. Baron Elam trying to get back through these couple cars to make it back towards the front. Right now, that 5 is giving him fits. Great view from the spotter stand. See if we get our drone camera working. Michael really should have the nice run out of 2. But he's got to be careful with that 5 now getting tight since he's hit the wall once so far. Farron Elam doing a really good job to keep up the pressure. We can have a little door check. No, both drivers keep it off each other. Should be seeing pit stops in just about 10 or 15 laps. But we got the stage at 30, so we're going to see it within the next 5. You can go about 30 to 40 laps on a set of fuel, and that's with the 60% fuel tank. Paul Irvin with a really good run out of 4 across the start-finish line. Is he going to push the envelope? Currently in 8th in the points. He's trying with Adam Capps right in front of him. We also got Joe Darnell all right under a blanket from each other. They're bringing Goodpaster now. Look at this battle. Adam Capps still holding strong for that 5th place position. But that 33 I thought was going to hit the wall, make it work, or take out somebody else. He's holding on for dear life. He needs those last couple laps to just be over already. Matt Erickson right now is the last driver in the points for the stage at 30. TJ Barnier 3/10 behind him and losing time. Shamewolf still up at the front. Has just about a 2-second lead. Oh, Stefan in the wall. Elam evasive maneuvers. Steele maneuvers around him. Still in the gas is the 89. We are coming to the white flag in the stage. Shea Wolf just about 2 seconds ahead over Elam is safely, if he doesn't hit anything, going to win stage number 1. Second on the stage, you're going to have Fair and Elam. Brad Stefane in third. Fourth, you have Michael Steele. Fifth, Paul Irvin. Adam Capps. In sixth. Seventh, Brandon Griffiths. Eighth, Joe Darnell. Jeffrey Goodpaster in ninth. And Matt Erickson in 10th. That is how the first stage went down here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Not that hot. Haven't brought up the weather, but that track temp is a booming 108. The people in the stands are feeling really nice. It's only 71 degrees. Not a lot of humidity in the air. Partly cloudy. Looking for some clouds. See these next-gen vehicles go a hell of a lot faster. Well, they're all catching that pace car. They're going to pit. We're going to see who's going to come out with the race lead. But good first stage. Very impressed. Only one car is one lap down. That's Evanson. And they just took their lucky dog. So they were 2 down. Gotta really be careful with speeding and everything. Could really send you to the back of the field. And as we saw, Joshua Yandow only got back up to 13th from that EOL to start the race. Oh! Stefan goes through his box. So did Michael Steele. He's too far left. That's gonna hurt a lot of time here, and it looks like Ryan Fry is also having issues. Don't actually know what's going on the 9. But James Shea Wolf is gonna come out your race leader. And we are going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, it'll be the restart from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You're watching the Extreme Forces Racing League Michael Steele Graphics and Design Next Gen Series, the Hankster Motorsports 110. We'll be right back.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are back, everybody. Well, just about to get the 1 to go. Real fast, let's see if we can talk to somebody. See if we can get a word with Michael Steele. Hey, Michael, it's AJ. Good job towards the end of that stage to keep it clean while everybody seemed to be pancaking the wall. How's the number 5 feel?
It feels good. I mean, I felt like I burned my tires up a little bit. Obviously, I kind of got past fair, and then he came back around me. Or just feel bad because I just screwed myself and Brad on our pit box entry there, getting into the back of him. So now we got to come back up through the field. Sorry to him.
Yeah, what happened on pit road? I saw you kind of blew right by it.
So me and Brad were coming in right behind each other, and our pit stalls. I guess he was right before me, and I just didn't expect it. He went to pull in, and I went to pull in, and even though we were both in the box, for some reason it didn't. Like how it kind of ghost you through the car. It didn't do
Yeah.
that. It ran smack into the back of him. So yeah, I just didn't know his pit box was right there, and just bad timing.
All
But
right, brother.
still, at the end of the day, it's my fault. So sorry to Brad.
All right, dude. Well, hopefully you guys can recover. I know he came back down pit road, but we're about to go green, and good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it, buddy.
That's the driver of the number 5 Ford Mustang for Rocky Faith Motorsports, Michael Steele. James Shanwolf taking the outside, giving Paul Irvin that inside. Your row number 2, Adam Capps, Farron Elam. In row 3, Brandon Griffiths and Joe Darnell.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is in the air. Final stage underway all the way to lap 110. Paul Irvin with a great launch. Oh! I think that was Matt Erickson that just popped the wall out too. It was. They're stacking up behind him. Steele and Darkwood. Oh boy, Matt Cochran's going for a ride. Still trying to save it. Let's see what happened here. Looked like Joshua Yandow, or they were 3 wide. TJ Barnier to the outside, Yandow to the inside. Just a little incidental contact there, causing Matt to go down towards that apron and migrate back on the racetrack out of turn 2. That's going to hurt. He's 4 seconds back from Adam Capps, who's currently leading the race. Shea Wolf back to the point as he is going to pass Capps. Like, there's a couple extra mile an hour. I don't see a DRS or a NOS can in that thing. But now the battle is for second and back. Paul Irvin now going back by Adam Capps. Then behind the number 2, you got the 45 and the 12. They are stacking up. Everybody's starting to go single file. At least coming out of the turns, they're going single file. Through the turns, they pick whatever lane is best for their cars. You can see them starting to spread out. Matt Cochran, fastest lap of the race, a 30.06. And that's back in that 17th position. Big cluster of next-gen cars. right here. Yandow, Darkwood, Hanley, and Everson. Look at the run the 08 has. Wow. Gonna push the one all the way down the back straightaway. Little damage on the nose of the 08 as well. That's a good looking camera. Full sitter Joshua Yandow. Let's jump on board. I know he's been fighting with everything since the race started tonight. Gets the pole, gets an EOL, fought all the way back to about 13th, but has really not done anything since. Another driver to look out for is that 2 of Adam Capps. Led a couple laps to start the stage, falling back to 3rd, now trying to regroup and stay with this front pack as he's got Joe Darnell right behind him. You can see that the cars are a little loose. Yeah, you're going to get that with a hot racetrack. We get any sort of cloud cover, that's where I feel like everybody's going to just jump on whatever line is going to push them towards the front. Now you're still trying to protect your tires. Here comes Joe Darnell looking for it. These top 4 are under a blanket, just under a half a second from each other, from 1st to 4th. Gonna jump back a little further. Farron Elam, Jeffrey Goodpaster, Michael Steele. A battle for 5th. Jeffrey Goodpaster with a really good run out of turn 4. Gonna use the upper part of that racetrack to get the run into 1. That middle lane is just way too strong. At least for that 33. Erickson with a good move around the outside. Griffiths pulls in right behind them. That middle lane is very much OP right now. Very much overpowered. Just see how they can get in, let the car just sail into that middle lane and accelerate off the turn. Chris Darkwood, TJ Hanley. Hanley having still those same issues after earlier in the race just went right up into the turn 1 wall. Looks like the 22 of Shea Wolf is starting to pull away ever so slightly. Half-second lead over Paul Irvin. 3rd, you have Adam Capps, Joe Darnell in 4th, Jeffrey Goodpaster in 5th. 6th, Farron Elam, Michael Steele in 7th. Matt Erickson right now in 8th. Griffiths in 9th. And rounding out that top 10 is Taylor Wasson, as he's got Yandow closing in on him. Taylor with a little damage on that right rear. I don't know where that came from. Back up front, Adam Capps still dealing with Joe Darnell. Everybody giving room for the most part. Still more than half of the race to go. Not by much, but got to make it to the end. as Fair and Elam and Jeffrey Goodpass are side by side as they cross the start-finish line. And Elam with a good exit out of 4 makes the pass into 1. Echo Sheely, 18th, looking to the inside of Hanley. Hanley just needs a caution, whether that's to fix that car, get new tires, what have you. But that 08 is not having a good time right now. Back up towards the front. Shane Wolf kind of keeping everybody at bay behind him. Half a second separating the 22 from the 48. But the 48 has company behind him. Nice looking paint schemes throughout the field. Really nice. See the gap as Darnell just getting closer and closer, but not able to make the pass. I don't really think he's trying to be honest with you. I think he is just riding. Everybody has to pit. On board with Joe Darnell as he's taking that high side, still has the 2 to his inside. Thought there was going to be contact there. See how far the 12 sends it, but are we 3 wide? No, we're not. Adam caps with a good 3 and 4. Now Darnell has to battle with Fair and Elam. With a good 2 is going to let him hold the position for the time being. He's going to try it again as the 12's in the wall. Elam gets by. Steele's trying to get by. Steele gets by. Should be seeing pit stops in just about another 15 or so laps. That is going to change everything. Griffiths now trying to get the Jeffrey Goodpaster. That's for 7th place. 45 with a good run out of 2. There's Goodpaster going to have a nice run out of turn 2. But Griffiths with a really good one as well. He's going to pull back in line and try it again. Joshua Yandow move him into 11th place as he gets by team owner. Oh, they're going to turn. Oh, dear. We are going to stay green, but there's a lot of damage on that one. Wow. That was insane. see what happened here. Josh goes in for the turn, and I think Ryan was wanting to run that high side as well. And just sends Yendau. I think he was trying to come to pit road looking for the damage. I have to wait and see as he's going to clip Stefan. See a little damage on that right front just from the helmet cam. That jumps Yandau back to 16th. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad damage-wise. Oof. Well, that's going to drop him from 11th to 16th. Or 10th to 16th, I'm sorry. As we have pit stops. Paul Irvin right down on lap 61. He's going to be scary fast for the foreseeable 10-ish laps. Joe Darnell, Griffiths. That's a battle to look out for. Looks like that 12 is starting to lose some spots as good passers now on pit road. And they will not be able to make it to the end here. They'll have to pit with just about 10 or 15 to go. There's Joshua Yandau coming down pit road. Did see the damage by the right rear. Good passers, number 33 Toyota Camry. And the 11 of Everson. Matt Erickson coming down. Waiting to see when our race leaders are going to hit pit road. Shea Wolf has a 2-second lead over Adam Capps. As Adam Capps and Farron Elam having a battle here late in this run. Matt Cochran fighting all the way back to 8th place. Doing a really good job going through adversity just to crack that top 10. I don't know if something happened to Matt Erickson, but he's been on pit road for quite a while. There he goes. He's rolling. That's going to put him more than 2 laps down. 3 laps down, actually. Michael Steele trying to bounce back after having pit road issues. Trying to take that position from the 45. Good, hard, clean racing between the two of them. Still battling between the two of them. And I think here comes the 5 down pit road. He's going to give up a lot of time doing it this way. Or almost get killed by the 1. Ryan Fry also on pit road. Here comes Taylor Watson as well. TJ Barnier staying out. TJ Hanley coming on to pit road. Leaders have to be pitting soon. There goes Paul Irvin to put himself back on the lead lap. That's why I'm saying that they gotta come in and pit soon. Griffith's now on pit road. Cochran now on pit road. Michael Sheely. And Chris Darkwood. There they go. The 22, the 2, and the 44. It's going to leave Joe Darnell to lead a lap out front. Honestly, I think that's another reason why TJ Barnier is staying out as long as possible. Is just so he can lead a lap and get a point. You have to be careful. He is very off the pace. And 10 seconds behind, you have Paul Irvin. And even if Joe Darnell's going to come pit this time by, which he is, TJ's going to have to go another 2 laps just to get a point for leading a lap. There he goes. He's got the lead. Gonna have to go at least another 2 laps before he comes down pit road. Oh, he is very off the pace. Wonder if he's out of gas. Yeah, I think the 8's out of gas. And he will not lead a lap and get a point. Very big gamble out of the 8. Did not pay off. Paul Irvin, 9-second lead over Jeffrey Goodpaster. The 22, who our race leader was at the when pit stop started to happen, is back in 12th, 1 lap down. Ouch. Did not have a good pit stop. Stefan now on pit road. Here comes Griffith as well, as Darkwood is still on pit road. Some of the drivers that just hit pit road now could. TJ would be cutting it very close. He'd have to match that 40-ish lap run again, but oh, yellow flag is out. Everson is around. There goes strategy right out the window. Let's see what happened to. Oh, they're already around. Oh, it looks like TJ Hanley and the 11 get involved. Oh, the 08 just misjudges it completely, and the 11 just tries to save it, and no one doesn't. It broke. First caution of incident all race on lap 76. Jump on board, because that was a hard hit. She's trying and then overcorrecting, hits the apron and just, oh. It's broken. Hey, you're not going in. We're gonna have to jump to pit road. Ouch. That's gonna bring everybody back down the pit road. For the most part, Michael Steele's gonna stay out. Taylor Watson's gonna stay out. Yandow's gonna get a lap back. And with Michael and Taylor staying out, they are theoretically... Oh no, they're not trapping. Alright, we're going to have a lot of waiver on cars, but we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll have the restart with just about 30 laps to go from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's the Hanksters 110 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
We're back, everybody. 30 laps to go from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's the Michael Steele Graphics and Designs Monday Night Premiere Series. We're running the next-gen cars in the Extreme Forces Racing League. This is race number 2 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You're watching All-Star 15 TV. I'm Agent Capola. Right now, we have about 7 or 8 cars waiting to get the wave around. That'll put them, for the most part, back on the lead lap. Thank you to Hanksters Motorsports for being tonight's sponsor. Unfortunately, Brad Stefane is 2 laps down, sitting in 16th. Appreciate him for putting out for the sponsorship. Thank you to all our sponsors on the channel. Falcon Grafix, save $5 when you use code AllStar15TV when talking to Mick Olofsson on their Facebook page. Racing with Nerds podcast. We just finished our WrestleMania 3 show just about 2 hours ago. A lot of fun. Go check out that. It's right on the Nerds Do Nerd Things Facebook and YouTube page. The Often Turn 1 podcast, up to date on NASCAR, Formula 1, IMSA, any form of motorsports. Well, if you're not, that's the podcast to listen to, because Gary and Joe do a wonderful job to paint the picture of what is going on in the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. Go check them out. They're talking about Hunger Games Catching Fire on Thursday via live stream, both on their Facebook and YouTube as well. That iRacing Ford Mustang pace car gonna take that left-handed turn down the pit road. And we are under 30 to go already. Race has flown by, but the intensity's about
green flag, green flag.
Go up. Green flag in the air. Inside lane, looking good. Outside lane, nobody went. 48 of Paul Irvin with a good couple laps since the green. Joe Darnell's sitting in second. Jeffrey Goodpaster in third. Got to jump back a little bit further. Like the 6 of Michael Shealy, who is back. Oh, they're wrecking. I heard that one. Ryan Fry, TJ Hanley, Brad Stefane. Oh, they were 4 wide. That's hazardous. Stefane gets into the 4, clips the 2. Oh, and there's chaos. I don't think Fry had anywhere to go. Nope, nowhere to go. Doesn't look like there's too much damage on the 9. Might actually be okay there, but wow, 4 wide. I kind of mentioned how the temperatures were about to start heating up. And they did. I'm gonna jump on board with Stefane here. Yeah, see, doesn't get that great of an exit because Yandow's right there. They're splitting. They're 4 wide. Cochran gets them a little bit. And there's Caps. And there's Ryan. A lot of cars back on pit road. TJ Bernier, there you see him stopping in his pit stall, and it looks like Stefane has taken the vehicle behind the wall. Right now, Paul Irvin, your race leader. Just under 25 laps remaining. Under caution for the 3rd time tonight, 2nd for incident. Go Michael, he's currently sitting at 4th position. Has had a really good night all night, even bouncing back from an issue on pit road from our stage caution on lap 30. Looks like Yandow might be coming back to pit. That's not Yandow, that's Ericsson. They look very similar. Like Ryan Fry's getting put to the back of the line because he's a lap down car. Good news, if there's another wreck, he would be the lucky dog, as I think he's the only one on that lap. He is. Well, looks like I think we're getting the one to go this time by. Appreciate y'all for being here. See if we're gonna have anybody else come down pit road to just top off. Don't think they'll need to. It's amazing. Our biggest mover of the race is currently our race leader. From 17th to 1st You have Paul Irvin in the Allied number 48 Chevy Camaro. Our heartache of the evening is unfortunately the 89 of Brad Stefane, sitting in 17th. He's minus 10. But even Taylor Watson, plus 12 and 6th. You know, somebody who just got into asphalt racing just a couple months ago is coming along very well. Won last week at Daytona, looking for a good finish here tonight as well, as Ryan Fry is on pit road. See if he's taking anything here, or he's just trying to clear some damage. Might go another lap down. As there they are, just getting into 3. Lights are off in the iRacing pace car. There we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. And Paul Irvin is gone, and that's going to bring Michael Steele along with him. Trying to figure out what happened to Ryan here. Did he spin it coming back up on the racetrack? Oh, I think he did. Oh, God. And that tire is completely broken. He's going to try to limp it back to pit road with no tire. But Irvin is gone. Darnell sitting in second. Steele and Goodpaster battling for third. Got to be careful with that apron. You can pop it just the wrong way. And oh, Yandow's in the wall and he is falling bad. Started on the pole, got an EOL to start the race, got all the way back to that top 10, and now he's on the way out of that top 10. There goes Shearwolf, trying to get to that 4th position. He's currently underneath Michael Steele. Michael looking for the run out of turn 2. This track has changed a lot throughout the race. Outside was untouchable. Now, you know, looking at towards the inside, just a 22 alone, putting up a really strong battle on Michael Steele for 4th place. Still with a really good battle. Barrett Elam nowhere to go, and you can tell he just wants to get in front of these two.
DJ, how's the race gone so far?
The race has been a lot of fun, but you just called me TJ.
No, I said AJ.
Oh, well, it's gone pretty good. Watching the battle right now with Shearwolf and Michael Steele, because Farron Elam has nowhere to absolutely go.
Yeah, and what that's done is it's brought the 7 and the 8 to this pack battle. Now it's a 5-car battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Oh, and that just put Taylor in the wall as well. You know, these 5 drivers all wanting that position, and only one of them can have it.
Yeah, I'm up here early because I did a rookie mistake. I'm not going to talk about any more about it, but I did a rookie mistake and
It's okay, we saw it.
ruined my night. Oh, figures. You'd have to show it, wouldn't you?
Well, it said you crashed, and I was like, he's on pit road. I was like, oh, wait, he's
Yeah,
not on pit road.
I was trying. I don't know. I was trying to make sure I got going before they went green, and I rookie mistaked it down on the apron and drilled the outside wall.
It's good to
You live and
actually
you
hear
learn.
civilization.
You live and learn.
As up front, Paul Irvin with a 0.3 of a second lead over Joe Darnell, but Goodpaster with a heck of a run this last couple laps, up to 3rd, looking for 2nd.
Yeah, the open practices we held earlier this week, Darnell's racing team was quite fast, and it's not shocking me that at least 2 of them are up front.
Hey, so question earlier, Ryan. What happened with you and Josh going into 3?
The one when he cut my nose off?
It looked like he was trying to make the turn and you went straight.
I wasn't ready to turn down yet.
Well, he was above you and you were trying to run the high line then.
I don't. He crowded me once earlier in the race, and I wasn't giving him any room for the rest of the race, so. Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
That was.
Adam Capps not having a good time right now, especially with all that damage on that right front from the wreck earlier that you piled into, but didn't really have a lot of damage. Michael Steele falling backwards, like he's stuck on that outside now. This track has changed so much, where the outside was the way to go. Now we're seeing passes left and right to the inside. Like I said that the other night. But up front, it is all Paul Irvin with 10 laps to go. Goodpaster, I hope you're looking in your mirror because you have a train of cars behind you.
Well, the biggest thing for Goodpaster there was the 2-car off the wall with the thing kind of slowed down all momentum that he had.
Yep.
Coming off that corner, and now he's just trying to gather it back to get back to him. And unfortunately, he's gotten swallowed up in the process.
It looks like that outside lane is not as strong as it was. As Goodpaster's in the wall out of 2. Gonna move Taylor into 6th.
I would imagine he's just more frustrated of that incident occurring and just trying to gather back as much as he can here in the closing laps.
Matt Erickson also trying to make things work as Goodpaster's back to 8th. Very slow. He's got TJ on his back bumper now, that's kind of showing you how slow.
And he's up in the wall again. And then TJ almost goes into the wall too.
Yeah, I think TJ tried to overshoot it there. Erickson's going to get by the both of them. We are very much spread apart right now. Stay tuned after the race. We'll talk to the podium finishers. We can get a word with them. Michael Shealy bouncing back. Started 16th, currently in 6th. Was very towards the end of the running order for a good portion of the race. Bounced all the way back to that 6th position with that 6 car. And then Taylor, 7th in the 7 car. Paul is starting to pull away ever so slightly from Joe Darnell. Last time by, a 30.94 to Joe Darnell's 31.05. Four to go as they all cross the line. 6/10 separate Paul Irvin from Joe Darnell. There's a big gap with a lot of these drivers.
And now it's not shocking me at all that there's 3 Darnell cars out front.
No, not at all. Especially Paul. Paul Irvin is a driver a lot of people have picked to most likely win the championship this season.
Oh, for sure. Paul's always been one of the most consistent drivers here in the EFRL. Would not shock me to run away with it for the most part. At least from what we've seen in the past.
Yeah. But, you know, if people can figure out to put full races
And the 2 cars in the wall again.
He's stuck in the wall, looks like. If people can figure out how to just put full races together, they would be able to contend as well as James Shaywolf takes that second position, and that last time by was a half a second faster than Paul Irvin. He's gonna run out of time, but not for a lack of trying. Out of turn 4, Paul Irvin is going to take the Wrestling with Nerds white flag. Great run all race from 17th to 1st. That 48 Allied Chevy Camaro is about to put it in victory lane at Las Vegas. Paul Irvin is gonna win the Hankster Motorsports 110. James Shaywolf is gonna finish in that second position. Third, you have Joe Darnell. Fourth, Farron Elam. In fifth, you have Michael Shealy. Michael Steele sitting in sixth. Seventh, you have Taylor Wasson. Matt Erickson in 8th, 9th, TJ Barnier. Jeffrey Goodpaster finishes in that 10th position. See if we can get a word with our podium drivers. Feeling that 48's going to burn it down. Hopefully they all get a picture first. Waiting to see people jump in the broadcast booth or the waiting room so we can interview them. There's the picture for the wonderful people. See if we got anybody yet. Well, it looks like they're joining the general chat. Let's see if we can get a word with our race winner. It's a driver, the number 48, doing the burnout on this stream. Hey, Paul, good win, dude. Way to drive away towards the end of this race and just, yeah, burn it down. Nice cloud.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Dude, how did that car feel? Because I don't know if you were there last night with the practice session that we had. Completely different scenarios from practice to race. with the track temp being 130 yesterday to just over 100 today. How did that car feel?
Yeah, the car felt a lot better in the long run. Yesterday's practice, you could only get about 10 laps, and then it's like it was like ice for the rest of the run for another 20, 25 laps. Today, you could run it pretty hard about 20 to 25 laps before it like dropped off a cliff.
Yep.
So it was still about managing the tires, but you could push it more than yesterday and still have a little bit left there at the end.
Yeah,
Well,
that lobby was set up by an idiot. I don't know who he was. He snuck in here and changed the settings on my computer and screwed it all up for everybody.
I mean, I wasn't gonna name names.
I mean, I enjoyed it to the extent where it felt, kind of like an actual event where you're not going to practice in the say in the race conditions. So
True.
I enjoyed it.
We knew from the RFM side coming into this race that you and Joe were definitely two that we were going to have to play a race against to be able to contend for a win. We had no doubts that you two were going to be up front, and you started in the back, but it didn't take you long to get to the front.
Yeah, I messed up the qualifying run. The fast lap is actually the third lap. The car is still a little bit too tight on that second lap, and I just forgot about it. So pushed up way too much on that second lap, got into the wall in 1 and 2, and crew managed to get it fixed before we had to come out here and race it, and they did a good job getting it all repaired, and just drove our way up to the front.
All right, brother. Well, next week we go to Dover Motor Speedway for the Grooming by Kimberly 125. Completely two different racetracks, but with the momentum that I know you can build at a very scary rate, what are you expecting for the Monster Mile?
Well, for one, hoping that I can make it. I'm actually going to the actual Bristol race this weekend, so hoping they can get it running on Sunday and not have to try to rush back home on Monday night to make the race. But if I do make it, Dover's not really one of my good tracks.
We've heard that a lot on the channel before, but then they go out and win the dang thing.
Man, I say it about New Hampshire all the time, and I still somehow find myself up in the podium. So I don't like it. I'd say it's a bottom 5 track for me as far as ovals are concerned. But high hopes, like you said, building the momentum. Um, didn't quite have it in Daytona, but coming off a win here, um, I got high hopes for next week.
All right, brother. Well, once again, congratulations on the win tonight. Thank you for coming and talking with us.
Thank you. Just one last thing before I go.
Oh yeah, plug the sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Dustin Carroll for making the paint scheme. It's a beautiful paint scheme. And then tough break for Shane Wolf. Dominated the first half of this race, and a little bit of a pit road incident with the cone being misplaced. Caught quite a few guys with a speeding penalty there. So hate it. Really feel like he had a stronger car than I did. But he managed to find his way back up in second, so great rebound for him. Obviously, Darnell finishing third. Love getting him on the podium as well. Glad you guys get to talk to him. And shout out to you guys for broadcasting this thing.
All right, thanks, brother. And yeah,
I only jumped in after I wrecked because I rookied it coming off pit road. AJ gets all the credit for broadcasting by himself. Good thing he's got so many voices in his head to keep himself entertained.
Appreciate you.
I can't do all of them.
Entertaining at least.
Oh, it was a phenomenal race to have only 4 cautions in a 110 lap race with slick cars that want to be loose and then 2 seconds later want to be tight and jump between that 4 or 5 times in a lap.
Yep. That aero push it is real.
All right, brother. Well, congratulations, pal.
Appreciate you guys.
See you later, dude. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it's time to talk to P2, and I think that's Shane Wolf. See if we can get a word with him. I see him sharing his screen, so I might be pissing him off here. But James, you got an interview, dude. Congratulations on finishing second place at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with that big fight back throughout the middle part to the end of that race. I know you got a speeding penalty early on, and Paul just cued us in on somebody punted a cone out of the way. But other than that, how did the Ford feel out there tonight?
Oh man, the car was great. We had a ton of speed. We weren't super fast in practice, but I liked the way the car felt. And otherwise, so I knew we were gonna be good on the long run. And thankfully, we had a couple of those tonight. We had a couple decently long runs, and it worked out in our favor for the most part. And still, like you said, that green flag pit stop there, somebody hit the cone the lap before the entrance cone to pit road. So, and where they knocked it was actually onto another timing line. So it looked
Oh,
like where it was supposed to be. So I even went in real safe and was like, "Oh, I went in way too safe." And then I got the black flag before I even hit the cone, and I was like, what was that?" And kind of put two and two together there. So that kind of put us behind the eight ball. But like you said, we were able to fight back. So I can't be but so mad. My teammate won the race. My team owner finished third. So it was 1-2-3 for Darnell racing there. So all in all, it was a good team night. Selfishly, though, I wish things would have played out a little bit different. I feel like we were definitely the car to beat tonight. So
oh, absolutely. A couple more laps, and I think Paul was a sitting duck for you.
yeah, I was pushing it, man. I was giving her all she had. Had a couple lap fresher tires than Paul, and if I would have pushed a little bit harder at the start, I think I would have been okay. But I knew there was still a decent amount of laps left, so I wanted to save a little bit if I could, and I think I just saved a little bit too much. If I would have pushed a couple laps sooner, I think I'd have been okay. I think I would have been able to at least get to his bumper. But then again, what do you do when you get there with your teammate? I can get to his bumper, but he's also a teammate, so I can't really use the bumper. So, but it's Paul. I probably would have, honestly.
I mean, here's the thing: would he have done it to you?
Oh, probably.
Then you be damn sure you do it to him.
Yeah, we have a mutual understanding with each other. Me and Paul have raced together for years, and a lot of the times we end up racing around each other when we are racing together. So we always run each other hard, but there's a mutual respect there where we don't do anything to screw each other over.
Dude, we go to Dover next week. Monster Mile, finishing second here tonight. Does that obviously it doesn't really transfer much, but you're building momentum at the early parts of this season. What are you looking forward towards heading to the Monster Mile?
I love Dover. Dover's a really good track for me typically. This is my first time, really one of my first leagues in the next gen cars. I'm not a huge fan of the next gens as it is, so we'll see if I can translate anything from my normal series that I run over to it. But like you said, momentum is the biggest thing. Finishing second tonight, carrying the momentum into next week, bringing a lot of confidence, and I tell people all the time, you ain't got to have the fastest car. You just got to have the most confidence, and
Gotta be smart
especially
too.
especially when we're running fixed setups, like fixed setups leagues, you just got to have confidence. If you don't have confidence, you're not gonna do well. So bringing the confidence with me, and the momentum, it should help. We will see. I hope it does. I hope to have a good run. I hope to be up here every week talking to you guys, honestly. So hopefully we can check that one off the list next week too. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, if you want to lock down, like we'll get you a seat with your name on it.
There you go. That works.
But James, before we let you go and celebrate the podium finish, sponsors want to plug them?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Adam Caps over at Elite Entertainment. He's been sponsoring me now for several years on the iRacing service in general throughout different leagues. We've won championships and stuff for him, multiple championships in other leagues with Elite Entertainment. His old business, he used to own a bar. He used to own Thunder Valley Tavern in Bristol, Tennessee. We got a championship with him with that one too. So Adam's been a huge supporter of me. Honestly, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be back on the service. I took about a year off, and he redid my whole computer for me, got me an entire new wheel set up, everything like that, just to get me back going. So big shout out to him and all he does for me. Joe Darnell with Darnell Racing. We wanted to get this last week for his brother. Last week was a year since his brother had passed away, and we really wanted to win last week, but the cards just didn't fold out in our favor. So to get a 1-2-3 this week I know is special to him, and it was definitely because we had his brother riding with us this week. So happy that we could accomplish that goal at least for him and his brother. You know, do that for his family. But
Yeah,
other than that, big shout out to you guys. Big shout out to EFRL for putting this on, putting the show on. Thank you to you guys for broadcasting it and letting people watch us drive virtual race cars in a virtual circle, man. I appreciate it.
All right, dude. Well, congratulations again, and hopefully we'll be talking to you in Dover next week.
Hell, I hope so, man. Hopefully it ain't because I'm coming out of the care center either. Hopefully it's because of the end of the race.
Yeah, I've heard that a couple times. See you later, pal.
You too, buddy.
All right, let's see if we can get our P3 finisher, the owner of Darnell Racing. Hey, Joe. Well, way to finish third here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's finally good to talk to you, but great run. What'd you think of the race tonight? How did the car feel? And way to finish where you started.
Yeah, I mean the car ran great. I mean the first run, I killed the tires a little bit more than I wanted to because I had the lead and I let the 89 by me and I was pestering him there trying to get him to make a mistake and kind of killed my stuff there and I think I finished 8th in stage 1, but um, I mean the rest of the race was going good. I mean we literally were sitting 1, 2, 3, 4 for the longest time with me, Paul, James, and Adam. Matthew was having some problems back there tonight. He got caught up in a few things, but um, the 4 of us, we all led a lap. We I think we had the strategy played pretty good. Paul pitted early. He was going to split it and see if he could use the tires to come back. And then Adam and James, they pitted and that cone was moved. I'm not sure who it was pushed it, but they had pushed it from the commitment line down to where the speed actually starts registering, and they didn't know it. So by the time they got there, they were already speeding. Um, and then I came out a lap behind them. If that caution hadn't came out though, after all that happened, I was 4 laps to the good. Um, so the only thing I would have really had to worry about was Paul catching me. Um, but yeah, it was a great run. I'm ecstatic to have a 1, 2, 3 finish though. Wanted it last week, but I'll take it this week.
Yeah, I could. Everybody wants to win it at Daytona, but you getting your team basically on the podium, hogging all the sponsorship reels when I ask people who they want to thank and all that stuff. It's the same stuff, which is hilarious. But hey, listen to it 3 times means you guys are doing really, really well out there. We go to Dover, Delaware next week. How well do you think you guys are gonna run out there?
I mean, I expect the same thing. Like, I don't know if I'll be up there or not because Dover's a good track for me. It's just it's hard to get a handle on sometimes. I'm not the greatest at saving my tires. I busted my tail this week. I ran almost 300 laps of practice to get the car where I needed to be to learn to save the tire tonight. If I do the same thing next week, it probably shouldn't be a problem. But I know Paul's going to be fast. James is going to be fast. Adam's going to be fast. I need to get Matthew to qualify up front because we all know Matthew can actually drive. So if we can get him starting up front, Matthew will be fast. So I feel really confident with the entire team this year. So I mean, I'm fully expecting a multiple wins this year and want to go for the team championship. So I hope we can get it.
I mean, you guys are gonna be starting off pretty good when you get it going. Dover, then Rockingham, all tracks that I think fit your team's driving style. I'll put it that way. So look out for Darnell Racing because they're gonna be on fire. You want to plug anybody?
Yeah, plug Dustin Carroll first. He's the one that makes our paint schemes. He's already working on more paint schemes for us. I thank Adam Caps for Elite Entertainment. They're on the cars every week. Shout out to my entire team. They've been helping me, working with me, and trying to figure out how to, like I said, save tires and conserve as much gas as I can throughout runs. I mean, they've really been a great help. They may not realize how big of a help they've been, but they've been a great help. So
The best part about having a team that works well together.
Absolutely, and want to shout out to you, man. You do these races every week, man. You call a great race. I go back and watch them every night or every Tuesday night. I'll go back and I'll at least watch.
I
You
do
do
my
a great.
best.
So even if you're up here by yourself most of the night, you do a good job. So want to commend you and EFRL in general for putting this lead together again. Because I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't think this series was going to get back going, but we got it back going. So
Yeah,
and I'm
I like
happy.
the
So
aspect of, every season we run a different car. I really enjoy that aspect because that means people can't get comfortable. And as a race car driver, you shouldn't be comfortable.
no, no, you shouldn't be, and I like that. We came to that agreement. What was that, a few months back after the last season ended? We was going to do that, and then I think we decided on, because we ran Xfinity last season, we went with next gen this time, and I think next season we're running trucks. So next season is going to be completely different from this season just because of the way the vehicles drive. So
I'm excited to see what everything has in store for my channel, the EFRL, and everybody running in this series because it's going to be a lot of fun. Joe, thank you for coming and talking with me. Congratulations on the sweep of the podium positions, and here's to hoping talking to you next week, pal.
all right, man, appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, everybody. That's Joe Darnell Racing, sweeping the podium. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow if you're on Facebook. I appreciate you all for being here. Well, we'll see you in Dover, Delaware. It's another place with a casino, so hopefully I can win out there because I did not win anything on this trip. But peace out. We'll catch you guys later.